Hello everyone and welcome to my screencast. Today I'm going to be covering the topic of digital identities from a constructivist perspective. So to begin, I'm going to be answering what do we mean by a digital identity. A digital identity is something which is a network or internet equivalent to the real identity of a personal entity. Alternatively, it is something which shows your virtual self online through various items such as emails, text messages and various social media. I believe that lately a person's digital identity is something which is seen to be an important factor within today's society. However, you can also argue about whether having a digital identity is just being too invasive into people's private lives by having everyone seen into your own personal account and ruining society's previous norm of real-life face-to-face communication. So what are the threats we face with having a digital identity? First, we can say that having a digital identity comes with great responsibility. Guy Merchant would explain this as, going online involves putting yourself on the line. Any privacy you might have once it is online is exposed to everyone and everything, also known as the digital footprint. For example, one area you can address is the threat of your virtual property not really being secure. People can now hack into your private accounts and steal important things such as bank details, passport details, or even your own identity. Thomas supports this statement by saying, I went from being one person with a single name to existing as a number of identities, meaning that every little bit about yourself that you put online can be copied and used by other people. Another example is the fact that there is a lack of face-to-face communication when your digital identity is exposed online. Therefore, using things such as social media or emailing people, you never really know who you're actually speaking to. People won't always be who they say they are. This also links with the theory of the real world versus the virtual world. Our own personal personalities seem to change when we are online, as we try to conform to that social situation, thus creating this identity online as not really matching our normal selves. This can be shown within classroom policies when lessons about cyberbullying and internet safety are addressed. Within the classroom, the importance of blocking and filtering certain websites is seen to be quite high. This enables children to be blocked by certain things within the learning environment, preventing basic internet threats. However, there is a policy which has been introduced by the UK government, which is known as UK Council for Child Internet Safety. They've stated that they want to prevent this overuse of blocking and want to actually teach students about how to be safe on the internet, rather than just hiding these problems with overblocking and explaining why they are blocked. However, there are some positives with having a digital identity. One positive is the fact we need a digital identity due to being in the peak of the digital age. Everyone and everything is based around being on the internet right now. If you don't have this knowledge of a digital identity, then it can cause some problems with certain situations. These problems link with things known as new literacies. New literacies are new types of literatures that are made by technology rather than from books or newspapers like we're used to. Without having a digital knowledge on how to use these new literatures, you will probably end up being stuck in the past on the present technology spectrum. For example, if you apply for a job, you need to be able to have the knowledge and understandings of how to be professional online. Social media sites need to be private to hide things that you don't want professional individuals to see. Another reason is based more around an academic approach. You need to be critical with what you see online and notice that not everything is what you read it to be. As an example with this module, when we learnt about a tree octopus. Even though a tree octopus isn't real, an article was published online in a format which made people believe it was real, therefore by teaching us that not everything we read on the internet is true. To summarise, with digital identities, I believe it should be taken more seriously within schools. We need to be able to understand the importance of the knowledge of having a digital identity and also understand the importance of being safe whilst using the internet. Personally, I found that the importance of having a digital identity and being safe online has only really been addressed to me when learning about it in this module. Digital identities should be taken into more consideration and taken into deeper context to warn our future generation about the threats they might face when having problems in their lives whilst online. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.